Oh my god. Oh, okay, look at me. Stormy! Stormy, do you have anything to say to the people that you love me? Oh, okay. Stormy and I are quarantining in my room because my roommate is deciding to clean the entire apartment. And we forgot that you're not supposed to mix cleaning products together, otherwise it creates toxic gas. So if I die during the recording of this video, you know what happened. Wow, it's me, the Buy Book Boy, in Business Professional. This week I was gonna do a super Stephen King Sunday or whatever the hell wrap-up thing and read a bunch of Stephen Kings. And I got through one, and it was Carrie, which I had not read heretofore, and I have opinions. So as I am now halfway through Salem's Lot, and there is no hope of finishing it before next week. Next week's video is Salem's Lot. This is what we're doing. But before we get into that, my name is Logan, and this is the Buy Book Boy. I am a chaotic bisexual, and I read books. Let's do this thing! So, quick Carrie explanation if you happen to not live on the planet Earth. Carrie is Stephen King's first published novel, fun fact, which I did not know that part. It is about a teenage girl named Carrie White in the 80s, well, 70s technically, who has telekinesis and an overbearing mother and is bullied at school and then is invited to the prom where more bullying and shenanigans ensue. It's really good. That's my non-spoiler explanation. Go read it. There have been two movies, one in the 80s with Sissy Spacek and one in 2010 or 13, probably 11. I don't know, around there. Super popular, one of Stephen King's big three, I think, which are Misery, Misery, Carrie, Pet Shining, Pet Cemetery, and The Shining are now one story. If I fall over, call the cops. It'll be too late anyway. Anyway, I thought that having seen the movies and loved them, I knew everything there was to know about this story. I was wrong. I think my favorite thing about this book is Stephen King wrote this book like it's a true crime novel. There's a bunch of passages here from police reports of the prom and witness statements or Sue Snell, the character's biography and things like that, which is really cool because it really feels like you're reading a true crime thing like I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, which is an incredible true crime book that y'all should read about the GSK. What a good time. It feels like I'm reading one of those novels, and it was just an interesting touch because I don't think I've ever read a horror novel that did that before, and I really love that one of the most creative Stephen King devices I've ever heard of happened in his first ever book. Who'da thunk? He started really high, and then he wrote things like It. He also wrote Pet Cemetery and Misery, which are two of my favorite horror things to exist. I digress. Things that surprised me as a reader. Sue is not nearly as close to Carrie in the books as she is in the movies. In the movies, they portray her as Carrie's long-forgotten best friend or whatever, whereas in the book, she's really just an acquaintance that felt bad and in a self-serving way decided to do something nice for Carrie, which really puts a damper on the whole atmosphere. It's really crazy and makes it really, really, really poignant when she dies in her arms, which doesn't happen in either of the movies. Oh my goodness. Secondly, Carrie is not nearly as gentle and innocent in the book as she is in the movie, and I love that she has more agency in this story. She's a lot more in control. Her telekinesis is a lot more powerful, and it's really cool that, because Stephen King very often is misogynist and just creepy and not realistic in the way that he writes female characters. It's really refreshing in this book to read not only a very well-written female character, Stormy, what do you think? But also a very well-developed female character. You guys, look at this. Stormy, do you have opinions about Carrie? You guys, she has opinions opinions about Carrie. This right here is where she sits when I read. She actually does. She loves my book chair as much as I do, and she reads here, and it makes me really happy. From now on, we're doing a list of things that Stormy enjoyed. Stormy really enjoyed the way that Stephen King was able to develop all the characters and make them not feel like stereotypes. Stormy also enjoyed that Stephen King didn't shy away from the gore in this one. Not that Stephen King ever enjoys or ever shies away from gore, but Stephen King was succinct and not too wordy, which was really good, because some books, cough cough it are too goddamn long, and this is not one of those. We'll call this section Missed Opportunities that Stormy and I would like to see in future adaptations of this book. Because obviously, Carrie is a timeless classic, so it's going to continue to be adapted. Okay, in the following segment, these are things that were beautifully laid out in the book that didn't happen in either movie, and it baffles me. I want to see Carrie die in Sue's arms. I want that. That's what I want. It was beautiful. Her telepathic connection to Sue as she's dying was incredible, and I don't think happened in either book or in either movie, and I want to see it happen in the movies. Secondly, there's this incredible scene after the prom, but before Carrie dies, or before Carrie goes to murder her mother, spoiler alert, where Carrie is at a church praying, and like her telekinesis is going crazy and moving the pews all around, and it's so cool. Something else that I did not expect when reading this book, the death toll is a lot more significant. At least from what I remember of the films, it's mostly centered around the teens and like the prom, whereas in the book, she's wreaking havoc on the whole town. Half the town explodes. Adults are being electrocuted in the streets, which is insane. And I'm really mad that they did not. I'm just mad. There are so many missed opportunities here, Hollywood. Also, I'm going to preface this with, I love Sissy Spacek. She's incredible. What she did as Carrie is incredible. Stephen King specifically describes Carrie as being overweight and having a lot of acne. And Carrie is specifically bullied for being overweight. Why do both of these movies star small, skinny white women who are maybe 90 pounds soaking wet? Come on, Hollywood. Like, we couldn't give the main character a break with the body issues when she's being body shamed in the movie. Like, really? I don't know. Also, the mother is far scarier in the book than she is in the movie. In the movies, she's kind of just a religious fanatic, whereas in the book, not only is she a religious fanatic, but she's terrifying. I love that in the book, when Carrie returns home to kill her mother, Carrie is planning on killing her mother. Carrie is planning on finishing this once and because in the movie they're like, Carrie goes home to seek the comfort of her mother and be like, Mom, you were right, give me a hug, let's live together forever, happy ever after, or whatever. And then her mother is like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. That's not what happens here. Carrie shows up knowing full well that her mother is going to kill her and being like, hold my beer, bitch, I'm gonna finish the job. I refuse to be treated like this. No one is going to treat me like I am less than, not even you, mother. And it's badass, and I love it. And it's also way scarier when they both know what they're there for. It is so scary in the book, and the movie does not even compare. It's also not the finale. In the movies, both of the movies, the mom is like the finale, the big thing. In the book, Chris and Billy are the finale. And I just really enjoy that a lot more, that it is those two, that she's like, no, you two were cruel to me, and I'm gonna die here, but I'm also gonna die taking you two down with me. Final takeaways, I would say Carrie is now ranking as one of my favorite Stephen King books and one of my favorite horror books in general. For being his first published novel, this is also, I think, one of his best. So I guess start strong, Stevie. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Can't wait to report back and tell you about Salem's Lot. Yeah, neither can Stormy. She is asleep behind me now. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for sticking around and helping out. And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get my videos whenever I decide to post them. This has been the Bye Book Boy. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you next week. And I'm saying bye-bye.